everybody, welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm gonna show you how I made these. Beautiful, delicious, homemade, all beef, casing-free 4th of July hot dogs. Coming up! Hot dogs! Everybody loves a hot dog. It's an American classic. Well, technically it's a German original. But with the 4th of July right around the corner, hot dogs and burgers are gonna be cooking on grills across the nation. But much like American cheese, hot dog has a pretty bad reputation for being made out of all the trimmings and pink slime and nipples and buttholes and all that stuff. So today I'm gonna show you how you can make your own hot dogs at home out of real pure beef that come out tasting delicious. Ooh, you pee-pee. Ooh, you pee-pee. So hot dogs can be made out of pretty much anything, just like any other sausage. You've got your pure beef, you got 100% pork, you've got mixtures of the two. Some cheaper hot dogs are made out of chicken and turkey and pork and everything all put together. But for this one, we're gonna go with straight beef. And I'm not really too worried about the fat to meat ratio on this one. I'm gonna try and keep it pretty lean, just because it's an emulsified sausage. And if the meat is too fatty, you might break the emulsification during the cooking process and you'll end up with some uneven textures. This is some brisket flat, which still has a fat cap on it, so it's got a pretty good meat to fat ratio. But I'm gonna aim for like a 90-10 or a 85 math. But just like in the pork sausage video, I'm going to cube these up and put them on cure overnight to help with salt penetration, texture, and flavor. Now, using the same techniques from the sausage tutorial, I'm going to use this scale to find the exact weight of salt and curing salt we need to make this sausage taste delicious. We're gonna start with kosher salt, some pink curing salt, because again, we're gonna be cold smoking this sausage. We wanna make sure that everything stays nice and safe. Then for some color and flavor, we're gonna add some paprika, mustard powder, onion powder, some garlic powder, and some white pepper. And I'll have all the exact measurements down in the description below. And this is gonna be our spices and cure for the hot dogs. Put it on the meat, pop this in the fridge overnight. Make sure you mix this up nice and well so the salt penetrates every piece of meat. We're gonna let this cure overnight, and I will see y'all tomorrow. So I've had this meat in the freezer for the last hour or two just to make sure it's nice and cold, which is always an important part of sausage making, especially if you're outside and it's 99 degrees. As you can see, we're using the smaller grinding plate for this. And that's because this is an emulsified sausage, which basically means all the meat and fat are completely emulsified together into an even consistency. I believe this is a 5mm grinding plate, as opposed to the 10mm I was using for the burger video and the other sausage video. Beautiful mixture, nice and fatty, but not too fatty. But to help the emulsion along, we are gonna send it through the meat grinder again. All right, it's starting to look like a hot dog. We're gonna send it through one more time, but this time with the addition of 1 pound of ice. And what that's gonna do is introduce some moisture into the hot dogs, as well as keeping everything nice and cold. I mean, you can really tell a difference between the twice ground and the thrice ground already. 3 times ground. This beef is starting to look pretty cohesive, but it's also still looking a little chunky, so I think it's time to take it one step further. So the final step in completing this emulsion is sending it through the food processor. And what that's gonna do is turn it in from a really finely ground sausage into a nice cohesive meat paste. And then we'll be ready to case it up. This process is rather tedious, but as long as you go in small batches, everything should work out just fine. And that's what it looks like once it's all mixed up. It's almost like a meat mousse. Ew. But that's what a hot dog is made out of. Same with bologna and any other emulsified sausages. So we're gonna do this with the rest of the farce, and then it'll be time to case it up. Go, baby, go! Just like that, all of this hot dog is now hot dogged. Into the stuffer it goes. And I'll have a link in the description for this sausage stuffer, along with everything else I've used in this video and all my other videos. As for casings, today I'm going with the cellulose 25mm casings. These are inedible casings, but they still allow smoke to penetrate through them and into the meat. So this is how they make sausages that you pick up at your normal grocery store that don't have casings on them, but still have that hot dog shape. But they work just like a regular casing. If you wanted to have the natural casing on there, you could get yourself some sheep casings, which are a lot smaller than hog casings. Think about like a breakfast sausage link. Put a nice knot at the end, and then it's just like making regular sausage. Look at that wiener. Hello. So when it comes to linking these up, you can make them as big or as small as you want. Probably make a couple of foot longs, but for the average dog, I'm gonna make it about 6 inches, which is average and completely acceptable. And we're just gonna twist it up, move on to the next one, twist this one in the opposite direction. And there we go, we've got some wieners in a casing. Now we're gonna continue with the rest of them, and then we will get these onto the smoker. I wonder if there's a world record for the world's biggest hot dog. On second thought here, I think I may have gone a little overkill with the amount of hot dogs I just made. So if you're gonna do this at home, maybe make a 2 or 3 pound batch, not a 10-pound batch. I think I'm just used to making everything in bulk at the food truck. But I just fired up the pit. We're gonna get these linked up and tossed on there to cold smoke until they are nice and plump and red. Another trick that works pretty well if you're having some problems with your links is getting a little piece of string like this and tie it, because these links want to unravel, which can make it a pain in the butt to get them on the smoker. Man, I should have titled this video, How to Take 10 Pounds of Meat in an Entire Day to Make Something That Costs 89 cents at your nearest gas station. And that's it. I'm going to let these cold smoke at no hotter than 150 degrees for the next 3 or 4 hours, or until they look nice and smoky. All right, it's been about 4 or 5 hours now. We've kept these temperatures real low, real smoky, and these red little dinks are looking real nice. You can tell the smoke has really penetrated. It's got a really nice color to it. So now we're gonna pull them out and dump them in an ice water bath. And basically what this is doing is stopping the cooking process, helping kind of shock the casings. That way they peel off easier. And it also helps the hot dog maintain its shape instead of shriveling up. This is the first time that cold water has prevented shrinkage, especially when it comes to a wiener. Sorry. And another benefit of the water bath is it helps clean off your wiener, because everybody loves a clean weenie. Look at that, nice and red. My sacrificial link that I use for probing, and these are reading right around 150 degrees. All there's left to do now is pop these out of the casings, and we got ourselves some hot dogs. And it's real easy to do. They come off real easily. Just peel them back, and there we go. A perfect smoked, skinless hot dog. Now to do it 100 more times. And there you have it, a beautiful, skinless hot dog that looks identical to one you'd get at the store. Nice deep red color from the smoke. But the beauty of these is that it's made with all beef. We know exactly what's in it, and it's got that real smoke flavor. A lot of hot dogs have that liquid smoke to add flavor, but beautiful texture, nice and firm, nice color. Here you go, pee-pee. And now we can cook them up however we like. Ooh-hoo-hoo. And again, unless you're trying to feed an army, maybe don't go with 10 full pounds of meat for this. But these will vac seal up real nice, freeze them, last for a long time. But no matter how you cook your dogs, whether it's on the gas grill or in a frying pan or just boiling them up, you gotta make sure you have a good bun. I'm going with the Martin's potato bread hot dog bun. I'm gonna have a heart attack. Shout out to my boy Sheldon Mason. Thanks for gifting me this Field Company cast iron pan. This thing is awesome. Boop. Assembly of the Chud dog. Best left-handed drizzle of my whole life. Oh, geez. Beautiful. All right, guys, and that's it. That's how I make homemade hot dogs out of all beef with no casings. And to be honest, they're really not that much better than what you get at the store, but it was still a fun process, and it's always cool to learn how to make different types of sausages. If you give this recipe a try, please hit me up in the comments below or let me know on Instagram at ChudsBBQ. I'd love to see what you guys are cooking. Also, let me know what you guys want to see me do next. As always, I've got links in the description for everything I used in this video and all my other videos. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you learned something, ring the bell so you get notifications of whenever I post a new video. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace! It's a straight up hot dog right there.